Piedmont Triad area weather. We have some showers and thunderstorms returning later on this afternoon, mostly widely scattered activity, but a few of these could pack a punch. High temperature ranging for the mid to upper 80s, and then we're sliding down to the upper 60s for tonight with some clearing. Sunny and much hotter weather rolling our way for Thursday and Friday. Our highs are ranging for the mid to upper 90s. Still some isolated thunderstorms are possible. I'm meteorologist Jennifer Naramore for News Talk Sports for the Triad WSJS.
At WSJS.com, you might have noticed we're not just any news site. It's true, we've ignored the trend of limiting content to a single topic. Instead, we're bringing you news, talk, sports, and weather all in one place. Listen to us live worldwide or explore your favorite show hosts. Check out the latest concert info, join our contests, and attend live appearances. Plus, dive into our sports teams. Visit us online at WSJS.com. We're your all-in-one source for everything you love.
So this new dose is, nope, that's not it. The price is nowhere to be found.
Mr. Green? Hi, it's all good. We've got this.
This is not just help from a Walgreens pharmacist.
Oh, new prescriptions. Cool. Let me check to see if these are the lowest cost options covered by your Medicare plan.
Oh, that's great. Thank you.
This is someone supporting you every step of the way. Chat with a pharmacist today to find help saving. This is the human kind of help. Walgreens.
Good morning, Triad, and welcome to the Daily Pulse with Steam Back.
Now you see me, now you don't want to talk, but I bet you won't.
Your front row seat to the voices, issues, and energy driving the Triad.
Let me calm down. Let me take it easy on, take it easy on.
Get ready to dive into the stories that matter most, the headlines shaping your day, the conversations everyone's having, and the local perspective you won't hear anywhere else.
Hold up, wait, breathe.
The Daily Pulse starts now on WSJS.
What a gutsy captain leadership last night. Canes ride the bus, and a volatile Stanley Cup series continuing to exceed the billing. Honestly, knotted up as it heads back to Raleigh. Welcome in. The Daily Pulse here with you, Stephen Beck on WSJS, and stream us, WSJS.com, at Stephen Beck TO, and at WSJS Radio, both on X. Phone lines if you need us or you want to jump in on anything, 336-777-1600. Great hour ahead where we've had our finger on the pulse, giving you really the top topics in anything and everything of what everybody's talking about. Anything from the Hurricanes, of course, being on the forefront of a lot of people's minds here as they're chasing a Stanley Cup win again for the first time in 20 years. There's also people driving golf balls in downtown LA. We've got summer travel season ahead, and so we're going to be joined by Jordan Urban, who's a part of the Pilot Company. You guys know about those rest stops and those, just like convenience store locations. You can swing in, fill up. Jordan's going to be joining us here in just actually a few minutes, talking about what they've already noticed about the summer travel season, and their expectations are that it's going to be a big one. So they're actually adding employees, and so he'll share a little bit of that information with us. Plus, NC State now, after I felt like their athletic director might be a little outmatched, they're going to get the last laugh here after all. So we'll share that and more this hour. Thanks for being with us. Let's start everybody off with their latest headlines.
Pulse Check. It's what's happening right now.
Charlotte Metro Police Department investigating a deadly stabbing at uptown Charlotte residential community. Detectives were called to Sycamore Green Place early this morning. That investigation continues onward. A judge has dismissed a lawsuit filed by 31 former athletes against NC State, alleging abuse by a former employee. North Carolina's Attorney General is accusing a Durham area company, that is, of illegally releasing chemicals into water supplies. That's according to some newly filed allegations there. And investigators do say a tip has renewed interest in the disappearance of a Cumberland County teen who vanished all the way back in 2021, but that cold case has now gotten a new lead. Man, this series, I'm telling you, the Stanley Cup Finals, it's got to be outperforming anybody's expectations. both of these teams coming in, Canes, Knights, were already on a roll respectively. I formed it up before this series started to say, like, Canes built for a Stanley Cup final. They're just riding off of a leadership of Rod Brindamore, who in his 8 seasons has gotten them to the playoffs. They've been in the Eastern Conference Finals now 4 times. They're just built to be a winning franchise, the way that they've set things up, this roster included. And then on the other side, the Vegas Knights, who honestly coming in, you wouldn't have deemed them to be one of the favorites to get here. 39 wins. They were going up against an Avalanche team as well in the Western Conference Finals, who, much like the Canes, had completely dominated their first 2 series. And then you get to this matchup, Vegas Canes. I mean, the emotions and the roller coaster that fans, players, staffs, everybody's been on, it's an insane ride thus far. And every single game has had a goal scoring average. I don't have the exact numbers in front of me, but over 3 goals per game is, I think, what both of these teams are averaging. Last night, final for the Canes, getting a big win on the road, 5-3. Series knotted again, 2-2. In large part due to the leadership of Jordan Staal. It's kind of funny. As I said, you've got Rod Brindamore, who was their captain 20 years ago when they lifted the cup. And not only, the style of play that he had and the grit that he showed then, it has completely carried this team the way that it was developed and led from that head coaching position to the place that they're at now. But I feel like Jordan Staal's picked that, that leadership baton up and done much the same here when it's needed most. In a final series where your veteran players, your top players are needed more than ever. It actually, there's several questions I identified now that the Canes knotted this series 2-2. And one of those questions harkens back to the best players. And what can the Canes do to really get them going? Staal's not the question. The Stankoven, Hall, Blake line, not the question. They get it done again last night. Stankoven getting the Hurricanes on the board first. What can the Canes do to get this Jarvis, Svetch, and Aho line in gear? That's one of your top lines right there that honestly they've been pretty mundane, absent. Another huge storyline from last night, Brandon Bussey does get the start. That is, if you've been a Daily Pulse follower any time this week, you've heard me share that. I felt like that was the direction that this team needed to go because Freddie had struggled against the Knights. When you're only stopping 82% of the shots and you're having periods where you only face a couple of shots and one of those gets past you, I mean, that's going to be a steep mountain to climb for anybody. Unfortunately, Brandon Bussey comes in last game and admirably helps them get to overtime where, fluky goal bounces off the boards. And then last night, there was times, where, again, Vegas capitalizes on kind of this Hail Mary type tactic. Stone gets an early breakaway. There was some tip shots and just rifled roofed net shots by Hayden last night. Again, he's completely a difference maker. But Bussey, standing tall, stopped 20 shots. It's about what you could ask for. John Tortorella, who's the coach, of course, of the Knights, he shared just how big Jordan Staal has made things difficult for his team. The way Staal camped out in front last night twice, 2 times Staal got goals in this game. And one, I don't know how to describe it exactly. He's falling to the ice. It was kind of acrobatic, but he gets a backhand on it and slides it into the goal. The steel frame shot as the puck is going into the net with with Hart sprawled out and Staal kind of fall. It's really an impressive shot. But anyways, Staal afterwards responded to just how key and important that is for not only him, but the whole team. Get out there, create some havoc.
Yeah, I've been telling the guys to get to the hoop for I don't know how long, years. So good things happen around there, and especially the way they play. There's opportunity to get there, and you just need a bounce. And I mean, a power play goal, I think went off of 4 different guys and just kind of sat there for me. So you got to be there, and I think we can still do a better job of that and get in front of his eyes and get in the net and finding ways to just get bounces and creating chaos. And that's been our MO for a long time. And, it's working for me, and the guys got to keep doing that.
You get this series coming back this way, 2-2. How big is that? It's on a direct course to go 7. It is this whole series. It could finish in 6, but I really feel, I have a feeling, honestly, a part of me, even though I want the Canes to take and lift this cup again, and I'm rooting them on hard with late nights and early mornings, of course, here. But I kind of want to just see them hold home advantage, home ice, and get a game 7 in Raleigh. I think that would be an insane atmosphere. And speaking of atmospheres, just even the watch parties there at the Lenovo Center, they've got this kind of cool thing. This is a complete aside off of the game last night, but not only is the crowd electric when the Canes are in town, but they've had, I don't know if it's sellouts or not for these watch parties. It looks like it from the videos. But they've got this thing where they actually display what live is happening on the ice. It's like a shot tracker. It's like if you've ever looked at statistical trackers in sporting events, and you kind of see where they're taking shots from, and it diagrams the court or the field or the ice. That's what they're doing, live in the Lenovo Center, displaying what is actually actively happening in dots on the ice. It's really cool technology to give people a chance to get out there and, I guess, be amongst other fans and take this game in, even though it's way out in Vegas. Some of those other questions that you immediately have to go to. I know Rod has a huge one. Now what do? You had Brandon Bussey come back and lead your team to a win after Anderson has been sputtering, to say the least, in the series. Well, I can tell you he's not going to make that decision known. We already know that just from sharing yesterday. He likes to kind of keep that coy, and I think that's a great advantage, competitive advantage to hold. He did, though, talk about what led to his choice last night in naming Bussey the starter.
It's about a minute conversation with our goalie coach, and said Freddie needs a little break. Okay. So we went with the other guy, and if you're going to give him a break, you need to give him a break. So to me, him dressing and going through all that, and just that's not really giving him a night off. So it's just, that's it.
I imagine it would be hard not to go back to Bussey, honestly. I'd said before this game, they needed that spark. Well, he gave it. He delivered. He did what he had to do. Last night, I think a lot of people's questions were, well, Freddie Anderson isn't even dressed. And Rod, you just gave that answer right there. Well, if you're going to give the guy an actual night off, give him the full night. Let him, sit back there. I don't know, in away games where they go. A lot of times at home, they're in a box or something, but just let him kick his feet up and relax a little bit. But it is a tough choice. I would imagine that staff will mold that over. We already talked about how important their top guys really pitching in and helping out would be. How can this team, though, up its defensive performance? I mean, I don't see anything drastically glaring. Rod said last night afterwards as well that he still felt like they could do a little bit better of locking down this Knights team who's dangerous. A lot of people were saying they were disappointed in Jacob Slavin's performance last night. I didn't see anything crazy off that way. But if you're just talking about stopping things, how about, for me, stop getting steamrolled in the second period? That would be a big help. We're going to go ahead and take our break here. Completely changing gears. Speaking of gears, I'm sure some of you are planning to get out on the roadways this summer, travel a little bit, and it's going to be a big summer is what the pilot company is thinking. Jordan Urban going to join us to talk about the summer travel season, how they're making a big push to help you out with that. That's coming up next on the Daily Pulse.
Khalid is bringing his smooth rhythm, soulful sound, and chart-topping hits to Skyla Credit Union Amphitheater Monday night, June 15th. One unforgettable summer night with platinum favorites to crowd sing-alongs. Listen for your chance to win tickets during Waking Up Prowled, The Drive, and the Daily Pulse. And for the best remaining seats to Khalid Live, visit Live Nation and WSJS.com.
Avalon Express Lube and Service understands the road of life. They keep journeys smooth. They mend what wears down. They bring confidence back on the road. They provide peace of mind. They care for your vehicle. Avalon Express Lube and Service, your trusted partner and complete car care. Experience auto service that treats your car like it's their own. Avalon Express Lube and Service, Highway 66 in Carnersville. Service you trust, performance you feel.
Play It Again Sports knows how to upgrade your game without upgrading the price. From first-timers to pros, they turn New Year goals into game day wins. Gear up, get out, and play it again, because sitting on the bench is overrated. Where sports get a second win, they offer secondhand gear with first-rate fun. Play it again. Experience the energy of the new year at Play It Again Sports in High Point, Greensboro, and Winston-Salem. Shop online at playitagainsports.com.
I went to My Computer Career because I needed job security.
Because I wanted a career in cybersecurity.
I went to My Computer Career because IT jobs are everywhere.
My old job was going nowhere.
I went because I didn't want college loans for the rest of my life. Because I wanted a career for the rest of my life.
Go to mycomputercareer.edu and take the free career evaluation today. Classes available online or in person. Financial aid available for qualified students, including the GI Bill. 529 college savings plans accepted.
Not available in Washington State.
The world unites for the ultimate spectacle, the FIFA World Cup. WSJS delivers every heart-stopping moment, every breathtaking goal. Get in on the action with hourly updates. Fueled by Play It Again Sports. Gear up for every goal at Play It Again Sports in High Point, Greensboro, and Winston-Salem. Visit WSJS.com for your all-access pass to soccer's grandest stage.
Back to the Daily Pulse with Stephen Back, where you feel the rhythm of the triad.
Great to have you back on a fresh Daily Pulse today here on the News Talk Sports Station in the Triad. I'm Stephen Beck here with you, Christian Snyder producing, and we appreciate you having time with us to think this morning that we're already a month into summer for some people. It is reality, though. Time flying. And the busy summer travel season is cranking up as millions of Americans prepare to hit the open roads. One company is ramping up hiring because they just see that there's going to be a ton of travelers here. Pilot North America's largest network of travel centers, planning to hire 10,000 new team members. And that's because they see 1.2 million guests in their locations each and every day. Today, joining us here, Daily Pulse, is the field recruitment manager of the pilot company, Jordan Urban. Jordan, how are you this morning?
Hi, Stephen. I'm great this morning. How about you?
I'm well. I'm envious of those already hitting the road for some summer travel. I haven't quite gotten that on my schedule to do, but you guys, it appears, expecting things this year to be busy. So what do the trends say about travel, that you guys are seeing, and how is that driving, you guys to look at making this big hiring effort?
Yeah, absolutely, Stephen. I'm with you. I don't have any PTO planned for this month either, but lots of people do. I actually recently saw a statistic from the 2026 Hilton Trends Report that says a staggering 71% of Americans actually prefer to drive for their summer travels instead of fly. And we like that statistic here at Pilot. We are a trusted travel stop along their journey, and we want to make sure that we stay ready for those those 1.2 million guests. So we offer clean facilities and yummy, craveable food and everything in between, which is why we're hiring 10,000 new journey makers this summer.
Yeah, I mean, you got to be ready. And it sounds like that is the lion's share of travel is turning to the roadways. So you mentioned the 10,000 new team members you guys are looking to add at Pilot. For someone like myself, never having worked at a place like Pilot before, what does a typical day on the job look like?
I love that question. Thank you for asking. So I like to call out that everything starts with people. At Pilot, we really believe that the P stands for people. Our purpose is to show people they matter. And we really look for individuals that embody our virtues, that are driven, reliable, authentic, and welcoming. No day is the same in the travel center. So we focus on service. We're open 24 hours a day. We take care of professional drivers and road trip travelers alike. And everything goes back to taking care of people, whether that's offering them a smooth running facility with clean restrooms or yummy, craveable food, the best coffee on the interstate. Everything goes back to making sure that our guests and our team is happy.
Yeah, now you're striking a chord with me, Jordan. That coffee line there at the end, that's an important key for sure. We have the field recruitment manager of the Pilot company, Jordan Urban, joining us here on the Daily Pulse. As we already stated, huge summer travel season ahead is what they're expecting. And so just to prepare for that, got to have the new team members join in. They're expected to hire 10,000 new team members. For folks that are sitting there listening and you entice them with probably a kind of the idea that you might never have 2 days the same at a travel center. What makes Pilot, other than that, a great place that they might consider working?
Absolutely. Stephen, I'm not sure if we have time to talk about all the things that I believe make Pilot a great place to work, but off the top of my head, I want to start with, we are more than just a job. We really offer career journeys, and we want to be in it for the long haul for someone. So whether they are new to the workforce, or maybe they're re-entering the workforce, or maybe they're working somewhere and just want to change, we are here for everyone. They do not have to have industry experience. We offer hands-on training as well. And so I think that that's really wonderful. Some of the nuts and bolts type benefits that we offer that lots of people look for as they're searching for a job: competitive weekly pay, 401k retirement savings, a fuel discount for all team members. That's helpful these days. Yeah. Low cost health plans. We offer a meal and beverage credit for more people to drink our delicious coffee as they work every day. We offer paid time off, tuition assistance, and parental leave. So lots of really wonderful perks for people who come to work at Pilot.
We've already mentioned like the food and drink aspect, which, when you're traveling, that's a huge thing. I have a family, so if I pull in and I got to fill up and I'm at a Pilot and my kids are in the back seat, they're going to want something. They're going to want a snack. They're going to want a beverage. So I don't want to let you get off the hook fully, Jordan. Do you have a favorite? Like if you went in and took a pick, what would be your key item that you're picking up at Pilot?
That's a great question. We actually have a new meal deal going on right now, and it is chicken tenders and potato wedges and a delicious signature sauce that goes with it for $8. And my children are the same way. We never make it out of a travel center without a snack, and they love it.
Yeah. As a special sauce, maybe some ranch. I'm there. I could have that in a heartbeat. No problem. So listeners there thinking about traveling, certainly probably saying, man, Pilot sounding great to stop there. Some at the same time considering, okay, they got to get 10,000 new people. Well, hey, I'm somebody looking at a career change, or I'm looking to jump into a place like this. Where might a Daily Pulse or WSJS listener go if they want to get an application started or join the Pilot family?
Yeah, really important question. So if you are somebody that likes to help people, really wants to show people they matter, head on over to our website. That's where you can see more information and start our application process. The website is careers.pilotcompany.com. That's careers with an S.pilotcompany.com. Our application process is super simple, easy to start, and that is the first step in your journey here at Pilot.
What's In terms of hiring 10,000 people, I have to ask, because I've never had that task. It's not easy, I'm sure. But do you guys have a timeline when you feel like, okay, we've started this journey now, we'd love to have this completed by this time?
That's a great question. Our goal is over the summer because it is our Super Bowl season.
Yeah.
Our professional drivers are still driving, and our road trip travelers are visiting us more frequently. And so our goal is to hit that over the summer. But my team and I are ready every day to talk to candidates that want to come and enjoy a career at Pilot.
Awesome. Well, field recruitment manager at the Pilot Company, Jordan Urban. Been a pleasure, Jordan, having you join us here this morning. And certainly as folks are getting out and traveling, they're going to want to, keep in mind Pilot. But for those seeking the job, we appreciate you sharing the information this morning as well. We hope that we can send some of them your way.
Yeah, likewise, Stephen. Thanks so much. We've got opportunities right there in your neck of the woods. So we hope people will come over and check us out.
Awesome.
Thank you for your time.
Yeah, thank you, Jordan. You have a great day out there. And those getting out on the roadways, traveling, like I said, I'm jealous. I'm ready to join you. Join us in just a few minutes. We'll be back on the Daily Pulse with our reset.
Uh-oh, summer's here, and you're sweating it out with nothing to do. Fear not, because your summer just got a whole lot cooler. Sunnyside Winds at WSJS.com has you covered. Win big all summer long with sizzling prizes and cool giveaways. Because the only thing hotter than this summer should be your winnings. Sunnyside Winds at WSJS.com.
In a world that moves a million miles a second, Haagen-Dazs invites you to slow down and savor every delicious bite. Take it one almond at a time with a Haagen-Dazs Vanilla Milk Chocolate Almond Bar. Madagascar vanilla, rich milk chocolate, and toasted California almonds make this unmatched icon legendary. Whatever Dazs you savor, a snack bar, or your favorite flavor, say goodbye to the fast life and hello to savoring the finest ingredients and the richest and creamiest ice cream. That's Dazs, available at retailers nationwide.
Piedmont Triad area weather. We have some showers and thunderstorms returning later on this afternoon. Mostly widely scattered activity, but a few of these could pack a punch. High temperature ranging from the mid to upper 80s, and then we're sliding down to the upper 60s for tonight with some clearing. Sunny and much hotter weather rolling our way for Thursday and Friday. Our highs are ranging from the mid to upper 90s. Still some isolated thunderstorms are possible. I'm meteorologist Jennifer Naramore for News Talk Sports for the Triad, WSJS.
The Herd with Colin Cowherd on WSJF.
5 touchdowns, no picks, 700 total yards, 102 passer rating, and a Lombardi trophy. That is more Super Bowls than the 4 teams that let him go over the last 32 years.
Your daily dose of sports talk, reality checks, and I told you so's.
Yes, I'm opinionated. I make you think, though, I hope, and react. Join me weeknights, 6 till 9. It's The Herd on WSJS.
You'll taste it and love it.
It's time for Foster Hobbs Coffee Roasters. Their specialty roasted beans offer pure, rich flavor, avoiding the plastic. Foster Hobbs Coffee Roasters, because your day deserves the best start. Get to their roastery for expert care and advice at 205 Neal Place in High Point. If you can't get to the store, shop online anytime.
You'll taste it and love it
at fosterhobbs.com.
Uh-oh. Hear that creak? You know what I mean. Your garage door's groan signals trouble ahead. Ignoring it could lead to costly repairs or even accidents. But don't worry. Precision Garage Door has your back with their Safe and Sound package. Enjoy a 25-point safety inspection, performance tweaks, lubrication, and a detailed diagnostic report, all for just $79. Keep your garage smooth and secure. Visit PrecisionDoorNC.com today. That's PrecisionDoorNC.com.
This is Mike from Truth Broadcasting. When I had a problem with my garage door, was it great to have Precision Garage Door to call on? Scheduling was a breeze. A uniformed tech came right on time and found my problem in minutes. And you know what? He had the repair parts already on the truck because they keep their vehicles fully stocked. Fixed my issue on the spot for less than half what I thought it would cost. So make your life easy and bookmark this address, PrecisionDoorNC.com. For homes or businesses, take it from me. It's fast, easy, and economical. It's PrecisionDoorNC.com.
The Daily Pulse, the sound of the triad amplified. Your front row seat to the voices, issues, and energy driving the triad.
Break in my waist, I don't play with the fakes.
Back to the Daily Pulse with Stephen Back.
What's up? We hope midweek is well for you. Back on the Daily Pulse on WSJS. I'm Stephen Beck here with you. Hope you're going to follow us at Stephen Beck TO and at WSJS Radio. That's where you can get plugged in on X. If email's easy for you, thank you at WSJS.com. Plus, we always have the phone line if you need it, 336-777-1600. Before we just get to NC State and their latest segment of the back and forth Will Wade saga, I want to share some really, really interesting things that you might want to consider for your kids here this summer. We actually just talked with Jordan Urban, who's a part of Pilot. They're expecting a huge travel time of the year during summer, but sometimes it's also a great time for your kids who aren't tied up in school and all the other extracurriculars with that to find something outside to do. How about YMCA Summer Sports? They're now open for registration. All you have to do is go on their website, ymcanwnc.org. You can easily get plugged in there or just slide in one of their 13 branches of part of the YMCA of Northwest North Carolina. This summer, the Y will be offering basketball, t-ball, summer sport camps. Learn more at ymcanwnc.org/sports. Summer sports include weeknight practices and games during the week. No Saturdays. So even beautiful there, if you still want to travel, they can get plugged in to play in summer sports. You can still get away on the weekend. Again, just go to their website, ymcanwnc.org/sports. Let's get everybody their latest headlines.
1, 2, let's go.
The Rose Bay Canal fire in Hyde County remains active, with containment efforts continuing after acreage increased this week. Charlotte and other areas here in the state are buzzing. The World Cup is about to start. That starts tomorrow, with dozens of watch parties planned across the region, some of the teams using practice facilities here locally. So pretty cool to have all that going on here in the States. Carolina Hurricanes did get a win last night on the ice. That's a big one because now they knotted up the series 2-2. And man, I am telling you, everything about really, are we watching the best Stanley Cup finals that has ever happened? we might be, honestly. I guess it just depends on how you quantify that, but it's been been quite a series between these two, and now going back to Raleigh knotted up. I see it going 7. I just do. I kind of secretly hoping that each of them hold their home ice, and then we get that game 7 in Raleigh, do or die scenario. It'd be pretty cool. And we do have heat in our forecast that's going to start building. Forecasters warning that some of the hottest weather of the year expected now as we get into the latter part of this week, with heat indexes climbing well above normal across much of the state. Well, it's just another page turned in this saga. We've kind of covered it on a lot of different angles. Will Wade is a character, and I've identified many times that I just, I question his abilities in terms of decision making and handling things the right way, maybe. But I've balanced that with the thought that he could just quite honestly not care at all. Well, NC State, who when Will Wade departed and went to LSU, it kind of felt one-sided there. It felt as if Wade is basically making a mockery maybe of the Wolfpack. And I would say for NC State, if you're a fan, you kind of have to look at it like, okay, we got Justin Gainey. He's our guy. He was, a born and bred North Carolinian, came to NC State, loves the school, great point guard in our history. He's had time in the ranks at Tennessee and other places to really gain experience. Now he comes, he's done a good job recruiting. I mean, you have to look at all the positives here and turn back and be like, Will Wade, who? I mean, wow, we got lucky getting out of that so fast. But it was still, I know the breakup. I know how it went down. It was a slap in the face. It was. I mean, it was clear that there were ulterior motives for Wade, for his band of brothers, if you want to call them that, from former days, in the coaching ranks at Clemson, at LSU, at all these other places, McNeese State, that now have linked back with him. They're all at LSU. They're laughing around the table and they feel like they got the best of us here. And honestly, I'll say, from Boo Corrigan and his press conference of Justin Gainey, the new head coach at NC State, I kind of felt like Corrigan would be outmatched here.
As a former point guard, Jason knows what it takes to manage a team. As a former captain, he knows what it takes to be a strong leader and what we need to do to take the next step. And as a 2-time NC State graduate, he understands the love we all have for this university. To quote Coach Doran, Jason's blood is in the bricks.
Justin Gainey's blood is in the bricks, not Jason. Oh, man. So, Boo, I kind of felt like he may be behind the 8 ball in all this kind of forward chess thinking match play that has to happen with a guy like, skeezy guy like Wade. But now we're seeing that NC State and their attorneys might actually have done one over here. This is some of the details in this are pretty slick, pretty sly. NC State had a buyout that was scheduled to drop from $5 million to $3 million after April 1. But Will Wade, of course, got out of Dodge. And Boo had to kind of scrape up the pieces to split the difference with Wade, having already left for LSU. So they reach an agreement on $4 million. All right, cool. Here's a little side note. LSU just wired over $4 million to NC State. LSU wires it on May 8th right into the bank account. I don't know what that looks like. That's impressive. And then LSU's legal counsel sent a settlement agreement request to his NC State counterpart May 19th, saying, okay, NC State, we've sent you your $4 million. We had formally request release as LSU from any potential legal claims related to this departure that obviously looks nefarious. So the timing and the details and kind of how it played out. Well, NC State here now, according to some new court filings that just came out yesterday, but it happened on June 4th, it says that not only did they get their $4 million in the bank account, they've got them from LSU. They got their man Justin Gainey, like I said. It also says now that they've told LSU, no, we're not signing this. LSU is now being investigated by NC State as to whether or not they improperly induced Coach Wade to breach his employment agreement with NC State. Boom! Mic drop. So not only does Wade, feel like, okay, I got out unscathed. I saved my new coaching establishment $1 million, which is big. They didn't have to pay that $5 million. We got out of there. I'm off to a better place. Everything's hunky-dory. Well, nah. Boo might have been outmatched when it came to, saying the right name on stage or something that way. But I think they're going to end up all right with this one. Get the last laugh. It's pretty funny. I have a whole different sports topic that I want to, share with you. It's insane what these kids are doing. It's a couple of brothers, and they're acting like it's open season in downtown LA. So we're going to get to that here coming up in just a few minutes. But before we do, there's something else that could be judged as insane if you were to take part in it. And it's a new thing happening at Carowinds. Of course, that's a huge theme park in our state, but also right there at the South Carolina line. And they announced, they're kind of known for this, I feel like, having, we mentioned one of those rides here on the Daily Pulse, a few weeks ago, Fury 325, I think it was called. It's supposed to be like, Giga Coaster, huge. That was the one that was cracking at the foundation and kind of had to be shut down for a little while. A little scary there. Well, Carowinds, they're trying to do it again. They've got a new attraction coming in 2027 that's going to be called Rip Roarin' Falls. They say it's a next generation log flume ride, which those are always fun, especially during the hot summer. You don't mind getting wet. But it's expected now to break 3 world records. The numbers for this thing says that Rippin' Roarin' Falls expected to have the tallest drop of 100 feet, the tallest reverse drop on a water ride of 42 feet, the tallest reverse camelback drop on a water ride. I love all these slogan and name things they start throwing into these roller coaster rides. I have no idea what that means. A camelback drop, but that's 32 feet. Gets up to 50 miles an hour. Takes 6.5 minutes to get through this ride. That's a long ride. I mean, worth it. You really hate those theme park experiences where you've stood in line for what? I mean, like if you don't have like a fast pass or a sneaky way to get to the front of the line or whatever they upsell you on, and you've stood there and it's hot and your kids are whining, they want to be picked up, there's nowhere to sit down, you're in the line and you've been there for like 45 minutes to an hour. Well, when you get up there and then the ride is over in 30 seconds, what did I just do? As a parent, that's got to make you want to bang your head against the wall. But this one's 6.5 minutes, so pretty cool. That's coming in 2027. It's not there yet, but it's going to be another world record breaker. So there's that. We'll take our break here. When we come back, would you tee it up with some brothers from LA? I'm a golf guy. I'll share a lot of golf stuff with you guys. This one I'm sharing just because it's stupidity, and honestly, it's dangerous. We'll tell you about that coming up next. Daily Pulse, back after this.
Hip-hop superstar A$AP Rocky is taking over the Spectrum Center, Charlotte, Friday night, June 12th. One massive night of music and energy. You can score free tickets on the Daily Pulse with Stephen Beck in The Drive with Will Dalton. Chart-smashing hits and one of the most electrifying stage shows. A$AP Rocky brings it all. Grab your crew and lock in your night at Live Nation and WSJS.com.
When it comes to flooring, they have no ceiling. Heritage Hardwood Floors, beautiful hardwood floors for your home or business. Owners Jesse and Catherine have been providing superior craftsmanship and service for the Triad since 2005. Heritage Hardwood Floors offers a wide range of quality flooring, including hardwood, luxury vinyl, carpet, and waterproof laminate. Go visit heritagehardwoodfloors.com and take a look at their project gallery to see their work. And when it's time to change the floor for your home or business, call Jesse and Catherine, your quality flooring specialist.
Biscuit King in High Point and Lexington serves the enormous, delicious, award-winning biscuits. Made from scratch and filled up with whatever you like best. Today's special is a sausage biscuit for only $2.19. Biscuit King. Delivery and online ordering available through BiscuitKingLex.com.
That first time seeing my son, I feel like my life did a 180. He really a definition of like why he loves somebody.
Through all of fatherhood's first, never stop being a dad. Visit fatherhood.gov to hear more. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services and the Ad Council.
Ow! Sweetie, come here. Don't worry. I see a lot of patients with the exact same thing.
Ever since the ice skating rink went in next door?
Or is it more than
Dr. Clark's business is heating up.
So many patients need my help. How will I find time to see all of them?
They need to hire a scheduler, stat.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. When you sponsor a job on Indeed, it's easier for talented candidates to find it, which makes it easier for you to hire them. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
At Uline, the prevailing opinion is, if you don't live it, you don't believe it. The people at Uline believe in hard work, and they live it by being there 24/7 to answer your call, having 41,000 items in stock, and offering same-day shipping from 12 locations across North America. Business owners, sellers, buyers, shippers, and packers believe it. Uline is the hard-working, dependable source for your shipping and industrial supplies. Visit uline.com.
Between endless meetings, tea times, and a desire to improve your swing, finding the perfect golf show can be a real challenge. Hi, my name is Jay Delsing. I'm a two-time All-American and a 25-year PGA Tour veteran. Join me Saturday mornings at 8 a.m. for celebrity guests, laughter, and tips to elevate your play. Golf with Jay Delsing. Hit the greens with us Saturday mornings at 8 a.m. on WSJS.
Come on out and play.
The Daily Pulse with Stephen Beck, covering what matters most across the Triad with voices you trust and stories that resonate.
Back now, and it is Stephen Beck with you on the Daily Pulse on WSJS. This is an awesome concert right here. Man, I want to go, but I'm going to treat you instead. Call us now. Darius Rucker, Hootie, man, former Hootie fan here. But even still, when he's been out on his own, he's done the country songs. I mean, Wagon Wheel's probably the biggest that people would recognize. He's still just great act. To go and see him, it's easy. You call us 336-777-1600. I've got tickets. I want to hook you up. It's the Songs of Summer Tour. Got special guests with them, George Bridge and Austin Williams as well. And it's all in Greensboro, June 18th at the White Oak Amphitheater in Greensboro. And that's even another elite step up, in my opinion. These concerts outside, a little country music, hanging outside late in the evening. Call us 336-777-1600 if you want tickets to that. Plus, speaking of giveaways, you can go on to our website, WSJS.com. Click on the banner, Sunnyside Wins. There's a great array of choices there for you as well that you could tap into and treat yourself. This is, man, I want to go to Hootie. Get the tickets. Take me, maybe. 336-777-1600. I want you to imagine something for a second. You're in downtown LA, big buildings. Maybe you have an apartment there, and you know how these apartment deals go. Fortunately, I've never had to live in this scenario. I've got the space and I don't have to do this, but you have a dog, and so they got to go out. Maybe they don't have one of those little pee pad things. They're disgusting, by the way. So you go all the way down, whatever number of flights of stairs that is, and you're out there walking your dog. It's late at night, and next thing you know, you hear this.
good shot, top shelf.
Yeah, that's not like a whip, by the way, or something like that. Those are dudes just drilling golf balls right in the middle of downtown Los Angeles. Rifling these things. I mean, you can hear the sound. Is this equivalent to disarming a firearm in a city? That's my first reaction when I saw it. And I really do. I'm an avid golfer. I love the idea of getting out and swinging the sticks. And in a city like this, I just talked about like the dog thing there. I guess it's probably difficult for people to find, places and spaces to do it. But I would say there's driving ranges. And man, Top Golf, that's something that has just exploded in any kind of metro area now. So I know that there's places, there's not an excuse for that. But I mean, you hit a golf ball that hard, this close in the video. There's videos out there. Go check it out. I'm sure if you Google it, men from LA hitting golf balls, you'll find it. But I mean, this is into buildings, into traffic, residential neighborhoods. I don't know if it's illegal exactly. There's got to be some kind of like putting danger or putting public in danger or something. I'm not sure. But I saw this and I almost feel like it's got to measure the same caliber as if, speaking of caliber, if somebody was to take a firearm, aim it in any kind of given direction and just boom, shoot it off. Nuts. Hey, we were speaking of travel this morning. We are into summer now, believe it or not. Like I said, time flying. And there's a new detail that identifies something that I think probably we've all experienced a little bit. If you've ever taken a vacation with extended family, with lots of friends, lots of different groups of people. And in the study that details this has found that most travelers, they don't actually want to be together the whole time. Like, okay, you got a vacation, you plan it together, you have things that you want to do together, you're staying at the same place. It's a quote unquote family or friend beach trip or whatever it might be. Yeah, that's right. Experts say healthy travel doesn't necessarily mean that you do everything as a group or maybe even as a couple. That might actually be more of the strange thing. You could be honeymooning first time ever. And these experts might suggest, okay, husband, you go off, play around a golf. Wife, you do the independent massage or something, just to get that break. But it kind of does make sense. They're saying instead, schedule alone time, maybe pursue different interests for part of the day, and respect different energy levels. I think that's great advice because there are people on those trips, them. They're like, we got to go do this. The next is this. Or maybe you're the opposite. And you're just like, I just want to lay down. Oh, it's kind of the way I feel now after a daily pulse. I'm going to go lay down. I'll be back with you guys again, fresh in the morning. Brian Kilmeade up next. Long list of great things up if you just go over to our site, WSJS.com. We'll check you later.
Afternoons just got better with more guests, more opinions, and